Bridgerton gets there by talking about Eloise, my second favorite character, and what do you do if your family is pressuring you to be someone you're not or to do something you don't want to do? Mended Light. So we're on season 4 of Bridgerton right now. Eloise has long been my second favorite, only to Lady Danbury character on the show. I just think actor Claudia Jessie has the best facial expressions of just being over it. Just being so over whatever her family wants her to do, whatever society wants her to do. She just wants to do her own thing and be left the hell alone. And I'm here for it. We're going to laugh a lot. We're also going to talk a little bit about how to handle this.
How is Scotland?
There are not nearly enough people in Scotland, Pen. I had to take to talking to sheep.
What a lovely day for a promenade, is it not?
And what a charming relation you have brought on this promenade.
I shall leave you to get better acquainted.
Gosh. You have matchmaking relatives, like this is totally the energy. All the men. So her sister has snuck into the masquerade ball. Hyacinth, who is too young.
Ow! That is my arm. You are mistaken.
Right.
Excuse me?
A clever attempt, but I would recognize my busybody little sister anywhere.
No one else will ever know who I am in the mask. Please. Can I have just one dance with the suitor?
One dance will be your last.
You're
the mark gets so
underage.
That you're in attendance. Upstairs.
I wish you had stayed in Scotland.
But we have planned an outing with Penelope and Colin.
Have you?
I hope you do not feel left out. It is simply that...
No, you are both married, I know.
Is that what you were going to say?
Which, if Mamma has her way, I will also be by the end of tomorrow's party.
Well, in fact, I did not accept the invitation on your behalf. Benedict spoke to me before he left, and he convinced me to give you some respite from suitors.
Mother, thank you. You are sensible and truly ever-wise.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. I hope you will agree with me, then, that if you are not going out into society, it is perfect timing to chaperone Hyacinth's finishing lessons.
Oh, boy.
No?
Delightful idea, Mama.
Unless, of course, you would prefer to speak to suitors today?
Very well. I do have some reading to get through.
Well, perhaps you will benefit from the lessons too, Eloise.
Oh my gosh.
Certainly the tutorial on posture.
So obviously this is erratically edited. Somebody did this online. This is not how the show is edited. Eloise desires to be a spinster. It's been theorized that she is asexual and aromantic, that she has no desire to have a husband or any sort of romantic relationship, male or female. Now, I haven't read the books, so I don't know what happens next season or if that changes, but definitely big ace energy, whether or not she stays in that lane the rest of the show. I do think it's really funny. Just this notion of, Mom says I don't have to date. Yay, I'm free. And Mom's like, since you're not dating, I've got work for you to do. You could basically babysit your little sister. It's hard. It's hard being a kid and growing up because until you are fully an adult, you don't get to make your own decisions. You have to be where you're told to be. And listen, that's somewhat true as adults, but generally, if you have to be where you're told to be, it's because you chose to accept a job, or you chose to go to school, or you chose to submit yourself to that. As kids, you didn't choose to be born, you didn't choose to be created, and you spend your whole day saying, this is where you're going to be, this is what we're going to do, this is what I expect of you. And it's hard. And I think sometimes grown-ups lose sight of that, to not have autonomy as a child or as a teenager, and how important it is to give them as much as you can so that they're practiced with it, but also so that they feel loved and respected.
It's your duty as a hostess to ensure all is in order. An elegantly laid table can be just as important to the success of your dinner as the guests who have been invited.
Because one could never be real friends with someone with poor taste in spoons.
Exactly correct, Miss Bridgerton. And do you know what is even more important than what goes on top of your table?
The seating plan?
The seating plan. It is
Oh my gosh.
to display your exquisite discernment and refinement. It is imperative to know the rank of each guest beforehand.
The host is sat at the head of the table, with the two highest ranking ladies on each side of him.
I love
The husbands of these
Eloise's
ladies
lack of
are sat
posture
next to
all the time.
hostess at the other end of the table.
Correct. And everyone else?
Married couples are to be seated near one another, as well as eligible.
And as much
bachelors
as
and
the
debutantes
editing
acting
is
in
erratic, I
natural to
do
encourage
appreciate the
conversation.
focus
Spinsters and
on the
elderly are
actor's
sat
performance by
somewhere in
punching in.
Middle.
Do you mean that I would have to sit with great Uncle Eli?
Could you hand me the last cards, please, Eloise?
This is where the spinsters sit.
Ah. Well, at least the spinsters get to be the flashy silver tassel.
Miss Bridgerton, that is grey.
Thank you.
Here's a truth in some cultures. So I come from a Latter-day Saint background. There's a lot of wonderful things I appreciate about that background. But the double-edged sword, the focus on family, is a beautiful thing. It's also a difficult thing if you are choosing to stay single, or if you're not interested in marriage, or if your sexuality is anything other than straight. And for Eloise, she's getting some of this same energy. She wants to be a writer. She wants to be, we saw from previous seasons, she wants to report. She wants to change the world. She wants to affect good on a large scale. And she's corseted into this role of wife and mother, wife and mother, wife and mother. That's who you're going to be. And her mom keeps nudging her in that direction. And I think a lot of people from my community, Jewish communities, certain Asian communities, there's all sorts of people around the world who focus on get married, have a family. Get married, have a family. Which again is beautiful if it's what you want. It's not what she wants. And so who she is not prized or valued by the people in her circle, which can be incredibly lonely because they love her and they appreciate her and they all enjoy her personality. And yet what she's about doesn't line up with their values, so they don't get her. And again, that can be a very lonely place to be.
Very good, Miss Hyacinth. 7, 2, 3, 8.
You are meant to be observing my progress, Eloise. You have not looked once.
Because if Mama thinks observing your dance steps will inspire me to perfect my own, she will be sorely disappointed.
Perhaps a brief respite.
In fact, the idea that your lessons would have any influence on me is preposterous. I should be influencing you.
Why must either of us influence the other? If you
Great
do not
question.
wish to watch my dance lessons, perhaps I could read to you from my book about ballerinas. Or I could show you my ribbon collection.
I do not wish to read about ballerinas.
She thinks it's beneath her, and she sees, Mom, put me in this position for your finishing lessons. The finishing lessons, by the way, are how to become a lady so that you can attract a mate. So Mom thinks if you're there for your sisters, maybe you'll learn something. But why should either of us have to influence each other? I think we should all accept influence from each other. I think the mistake is saying this is the way, this is what we're supposed to take from each other. This is what you need to learn from me. Instead of just kind of being humble and open to, I want to see who you are and see how that affects me and how I see the world.
And I do not wish to speak to suitors, but if life on the shelf requires me to chaperone ever younger relations and listen to their babble about ribbons and ballerinas, I do not think that I can endure it.
How do you know you will not like the book? It is about Marie Saleh.
She is famed for inventing her own steps. She was quite a pioneer of dance.
I have read the book.
See?
Are you reading anything now?
Miss Edgeworth's Practical Education. I borrowed it at your brother's cottage.
I have not read it. Oh, have you read Ennui?
Yes, though I prefer when she writes from the feminine perspective.
A point well made. We will have to trade books sometime.
Kindred spirit. Eloise finds in Sophie, again, a kindred spirit. Sophie wishes to marry. In fact, she wishes to marry Benedict. Eloise doesn't know this yet. But Sophie cannot marry. At least it seems that she cannot, or not marry above her station. She could marry a servant, right? But it appears that she's just interested in learning. Eloise is drawn to, someone with a brain. She sees the pursuit of marriage and family as inherently brainless and limiting. Now, that's not necessarily true. There are many, 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 many people who pursue marriage and family who are educated, who are accomplished, who are intelligent, and who are capable. So it's a false dichotomy here for Eloise, because she assumes that she would have to give herself up to be married. And I think they're setting it up to be her story next season. If it does, there's no way she's going to settle down unless it's with a man who doesn't need her to settle down, who wants her to pursue her dreams, her aspirations, and who values her intelligence, who sees marriage as a person you want to spend your life with, not a role to be performed a specific way.
Do you not think the way Francesca has had everything arranged is perfect? Oh, I cannot wait to have a home of my own.
Oh, please do not start going on about accomplishments and home decoration and marriage again. I cannot listen to any more of it.
But you seem to enjoy yourself tonight.
In fact, I did, and I should continue to do so, now that I can enjoy it from, well, the shelf.
Which shelf, exactly?
The shelf. I've decided to be a spinster.
Oh, Eloise, that is not something you simply get to decide.
Mama, it has been 3 seasons since I've been out with absolutely no prospects.
Yes, it is true. There are certain young ladies who would be considered on the shelf if they have no prospects at your age, but you would surely have no trouble securing a husband if you simply tried.
I do not want to try.
Well, you will once you meet the right gentleman. I gave you and Bernadette free rein last season because I had my hands full with Colin and Francesca. But this season, you are both at the very top of my matchmaking list.
The sternness.
I think I shall go to bed now.
It's sadness in Eloise's face, not just disgust. I know Violet loves Eloise and would love her no matter what. But the difference between unconditional love felt and unconditional love expressed is expectation. It's okay to have expectations for people, and as a parent, to have expectations for your kids, but those expectations need to be them pursuing what they want and actually applying themselves and doing the best they know how and the best they can. And that's about it. Now, in this time, in this society, I mean, her mom's concerned about, I want to make sure you're not alone on the street somewhere. I want to make sure that you're provided for. I want to make sure you have a roof on your head. It's all very practical. It is true that today it's far easier for a woman to say, never get married, doing my own thing, pursues an education, has a career, does exactly what she wants to do. So I get where Violet is coming from. She's afraid on a very practical level for her daughter. But what Eloise feels, and you could see it in her face, is unless I marry and produce children, I have less worth to my mom. And I don't think that's what Violet feels towards Eloise, but it is the message that is being received. This is why it's so important to clearly communicate unconditional love instead of just assuming that it is known. What do you think of Eloise? She's my second favorite character. Who's your favorite character on Bridgerton? And how do you deal with familial expectations? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, folks, keep shining. We need your light.